But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. They'll run high. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Throwing on second. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Pick up a yard, and that's going to leave them with a long 4th and goal.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Eagles will take over here in just a second on offense. And Charles, as you look back to the Super Bowl title run that they just had, what were some of the moves that made that possible?
I'll keep it on the offensive side of the ball because I thought their front office did a fantastic job of having answers in case things happen. Carson Wentz goes out. Well, they had signed Nick Foles to back him up. That worked out pretty well. Getting Alshon Jeffrey as a weapon outside to help them in the passing game. Darren Sproles gets hurt at running back. Corey Clement was signed as an undrafted free agent. He filled in well, and they traded for Jay Ajayi. And how about Jason Peters losing the all-world left tackle? And Halapua Vitae, who they drafted the year before.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they scored a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year. They totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. This is Ajayi. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They'll set up a throw. Dancing to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Now back to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Take Carradine, able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Aguilar has it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a pickup of 21. And it'll be a Philadelphia first down. Here's Ajayi. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Looking to throw. Forced out to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one is right down the middle. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Well, their offense has struggled for sure, but they get the field goal here and at least get on the board before half.
And that's not something we should underestimate, because just getting points on the board can sometimes have a settling effect on a team. Helps them start their comeback.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Switching things over, San Francisco taking over on offense here in just a second. And you and I discussed earlier when Jimmy Garoppolo became the starter, what a turnaround it was for San Fran at the end of the year. 1-10 in the first 11 weeks, 5-0 after that. Some momentum to take into the offseason.
And beat some teams that are acknowledged as good teams in the league, including the NFC West champion Los Angeles Rams down the stretch. So that was a big deal for them. Highest scoring offense in the NFL last 4 weeks of the season. But I loved last year's draft because they got good play from those guys. Solomon Thomas in the first round. Reuben Foster in the first round, the linebacker. Trent Taylor, wide receiver. And Akello Witherspoon, cornerback. Some building blocks as they move forward.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. On second down, here's Garoppolo. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
Now let's go. 3-19.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now Garoppolo. Buying time to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl, but 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
He go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999, where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Being chased out left. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Donnie Jones now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They start the drive with Hyde. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
I think we saw some of the best qualities of Carlos Hyde on that run. Able to pick up something there, being physical running the football. But I think he's got really good vision and great feet. He's going to be the key to this offense really being revitalized.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Over. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Hurry up. Here we go. Blue,
Play action. Garoppolo steps away to his left. And he's got room. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. No. Check. Patriots.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
Tight end's right. Over. All right, here we go. Gun. Check.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And some space here. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They run it again with Hyde. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Play action. Now Garoppolo. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Nigel Bradham in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And take it right on the 30. He will not go down.
Have to retake those ankles.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. First throw now for the backup Wentz. Dancing to his left. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds just a yard or two shy of the 30. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And it'll be 3rd down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Ertz has it left side. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. for it. It's Wentz. That's to his running back, complete. Give him 6 on the play there. And that leads to a Philadelphia first.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Shift together here from the D-line. On first down, Wentz forced out to his left. That is caught at the 7. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
Nice movement there by Carson Wentz outside of the pocket, completes another pass. Help me out here, partner. He's not sneaky athletic. He is athletic. How many times do I have to say it?
Yeah, you've been making that declaration for a while, and at 6'5", he ran a 40 of 4.77, so not only big, but he can move.
That's a good time for a quarterback. He and Andrew Luck, similar physiques, similar athletic ability.
Eluding the pressure right, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. And this offense on 3rd down today, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Now Wentz. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Read it well, and it's picked. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too. But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
And he works free. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now this time, Wentz will throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And that's caught by Smith. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now Wentz drops it off to Ajayi. Past the 20. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. That goes for a gain of 31.
The best passing attacks in the NFL often incorporate the guys out of the backfield catching the football. And that's what we just got on that play. As a primary receiver, not always just a check down, not always a safety valve. Sometimes they just get it to them right away because they have the matchup advantage.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They go play action here on 1st down. Out to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Here's Wentz to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz, 14 yards. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some 1st downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Gun! Gun!
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. Now they go screen. It's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes right side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards.